On her first day cleaning a wealthy family's mansion, the maid witnessed a scene that would change her life forever. The vast living room was filled from floor to ceiling with books. Unable to contain her curiosity, she asked the wealthy homeowner if he had read them all. He replied that he had read most of them. His answer made her realize that knowledge truly has the power to change one's destiny. As soon as she returned home, she turned off the television and created a detailed study plan for her son. She required him to read 2 books every week and write a reflection after finishing them. She told him, "If you spend your TV time developing your mind, people will be watching you on TV one day." Her words left a deep impression on her son, Carson. From that day on, he studied late into the night. Yet despite his efforts, his grades remained the worst in his grade level, often scoring below 10 points in every subject. Convinced he wasn't cut out for studying, he lost himself in comedy shows on TV again. Seeing this, his mother firmly turned off the television and, while busy with household chores, urged him to focus on his books. It was then that she discovered the real reason for his poor performance. Carson was severely nearsighted. Without hesitation, she broke open her savings jar and bought him a pair of glasses. From that moment, his wandering gaze could finally fix on the pages. The words on the blackboard became clear. His academic performance began to improve. Although he still only got a D on the next test, it was at least a passing grade. His mother was encouraged by his progress. In the following days, Carson became a frequent visitor to the library. At first, he only picked out storybooks that interested him, but through them, he encountered many unfamiliar words. This helped him excel in spelling bees. He also became fascinated by quiz shows, which sparked his curiosity about the world. Even an ordinary stone on the ground could ignite his desire to learn more. Driven by this thirst for knowledge, he immersed himself in the vast resources of the library, eagerly devouring everything he could find about rocks. A few days later, his science teacher held up a black stone and asked if anyone could identify it. The whole class fell silent. Though Carson appeared calm on the outside, his mind was racing. After the teacher repeated the question, he finally mustered the courage to raise his hand. Drawing from his recent reading, he confidently explained the formation of obsidian, even mentioning details the teacher wasn't aware of. This completely changed how his classmates saw him. After class, the teacher took Carson aside and showed him a microscope. That single look opened up a whole new world for him. His desire to explore the unknown grew stronger than ever. He studied even during bathroom breaks. 4 years flew by. The boy who was once at the bottom of his class had become the top student in his grade and was honored as an outstanding graduate. Seeing her son standing confidently on stage, his mother swelled with pride. Carson was admitted to Yale University with a full scholarship. There, he met a talented girlfriend, and together they often dreamed about their future. But Carson soon faced a major challenge. He had repeatedly failed chemistry. If he failed again, his dream of becoming a doctor would be over. Just as he was feeling overwhelmed, his girlfriend gave him the clarity he needed.
Doctor, was the only thing.
Slow down. What are you good at?
Huh?
What are you good at when it comes to studying? What works best for you?
I don't know. Reading. I'm good at reading. If all I ever did was read, I'd be just fine. Instead, I gotta sit through all these boring lectures, 8 hours a day.
Skip the lectures. The professors don't care.
That'll only make things worse.
They can't be any worse than they are now.
Carson began studying day and night, with her help identifying and filling gaps in his understanding. During late-night study sessions, whenever he felt the pressure mounting, his mother's encouraging words echoed in his mind, giving him the strength to persevere. A month later, the final exam arrived. Confronted with complex chemical formulas, Carson's mind quickly retrieved solutions, and his pen flew across the paper as if guided by instinct. He finished the entire exam in one go. When the results were posted, Carson's name was on the list. After graduation, he confidently applied for a residency at Johns Hopkins Hospital, known as the Holy Grail of medicine, but also a place where many dreams shatter. That year, the hospital was accepting only 2 neurosurgery residents out of 125 applicants, all top graduates from prestigious universities worldwide. The interviewer asked him one pointed question: "Why do you think you can become a good brain surgeon?" Carson replied, "Because I have a sharp mind." The interviewer had undoubtedly heard that countless times before. Realizing his mistake, Carson quickly reconsidered.
It's a miracle. Do you believe in miracles? Not a lot of doctors do. There's not a lot of faith among physicians. We study reports, cut open bodies. It's all very tangible, solid. But the fact is, there's still so many things we just can't explain. I believe we're all capable of performing miracles. Up here.
What truly set him apart, he explained, was his relentless curiosity and desire to explore the unknown qualities essential to a great doctor. His calmness and confidence impressed the interview panel, and he was accepted into the program. Though only an intern, he arrived on his first day full of passion, greeting everyone warmly, eager to contribute to the field he loved. But reality soon set in. A nurse mistook him for a janitor, and during rounds, an attending physician asked him to draw blood as if he were a nurse. Though frustrated, Carson complied, not out of timidity, but because life had taught him to control his temper. After a night of reflection, he regained his confidence and optimism. Years later, he would recognize this as what adults call maturity. One day, the hospital received an emergency patient with a severe head injury. Without immediate surgery, the patient would bleed to death. But all the attending surgeons were away at a conference. Only Carson remained. Performing surgery without supervision was a serious violation. Yet, how could he stand by and let a life slip away? After an intense internal struggle, he instructed the nurse to prepare the anesthesiologist and walked resolutely into the operating room. Under the bright lights, his mind and hands achieved a rare state of focus and harmony. Every movement was precise. After 4 hours, he successfully saved the patient's life. But as soon as he stepped out of the OR, the director called him into his office and reprimanded him sternly. "You got lucky this time. If the patient had died, your career would be over." Carson listened quietly. Then the director's tone shifted. "But you did well. You took appropriate action under extraordinary circumstances." Carson was unexpectedly promoted to attending physician. This meant he would now shoulder greater responsibilities, tackling more complex cases. Not long after, a 4-year-old girl was admitted to the hospital. She had suffered from epilepsy since she was 18 months old, experiencing hundreds of seizures daily. She had lost the ability to walk, speak, or even eat. Only when asleep did she seem peaceful. Her parents had tried everything. Johns Hopkins was their last hope. As her doctor, Carson had never seen such a severe case. But giving up was not in his nature. He turned to what he did best, reading. He combed through vast medical literature and finally found a potential solution, one that existed only in theory. To cure her, nearly the entire left hemisphere of her brain, where the seizures originated, would have to be removed. No doctor had ever attempted this before. Her parents were devastated, but they placed their hope in Carson. Under tremendous pressure, Carson entered the operating room again. Although he had simulated the operation countless times before and anticipated all possible emergencies, the complexity of the surgery still far exceeded expectations. The operation, which was originally planned to last 6 hours, was extended by twice as long. Afterward, the girl didn't wake up as expected. The medical team grew tense. Her parents anxiously asked for updates. After examination, Carson determined she was temporarily unconscious due to blood loss. Whether she would regain her ability to walk and speak remained to be seen. But just as they were speaking, a young voice suddenly spoke up.
Mommy.